This is the end of the video. This is the part where I reveal the final results. This is the painting I just finished of the yellow brick road leading up to the Emerald City. And what's crazy about this is if you look inside, you can see some of the characters from The Wizard of Oz, and when you flip it upside down, it's a tornado. Like I said, I started at the end of the video, but let's go back to the beginning. Okay, too far. That's a little better. I guess I've always been an artist. One year I even dressed up as a crayon for Halloween. And I think some of the best artists in the world are children. My daughter loves to draw scenes from her favorite movies completely from memory, which is insane. And check out this bird that my nephew did. He's only 9 years old. I think the reason kids are such good artists is because they see the world so much differently and so much more freely. They have unlimited access to their imagination and their creativity. And I think that's what I love so much about The Wizard of Oz. The older I get, the more I love it, but also the more sad it makes me that I sometimes feel like I've gotten out of touch with my inner child. And sometimes I just get so burdened by responsibilities and life and just, you know, the world that we live in right now. Sometimes it can be hard to just take a breath and, you know, access that childlike wonder. And as I've been painting more and more recently, I've been trying to access that. I've been trying to tap into my creativity and just sort of letting the colors and letting the art sort of speak to me as I look for inspiration. And that's what brings me to The Wizard of Oz. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies, and I really wanted to paint this scene of the yellow brick road and the Emerald City. And my intentions for this painting were completely flipped upside down as I let the art sort of speak to me. I had every intention of painting just a normal version of the yellow brick road, but I've really been trying to allow myself to slow down and look at things differently. And there was a moment while I was painting this where I took a step back and I turned my head sideways and I flipped the page upside down, and it opened up a whole new piece of art for me. And from that moment on, I started painting it with the intentions of flipping it upside down. It gave me a whole new direction for this piece, and it was so freeing and it was so much fun. I really felt like I was in the zone working on this. But you've already seen how it turns out, remember? That's how we started the video. But why would I start at the end? That doesn't make any sense. Now the viewer doesn't have anything to look forward to. Where's the buildup? Where's the process? Where's the suspense leading up to the grand reveal? Sometimes I don't have a plan, or sometimes I think I have a plan and it changes, and I'm trying to allow myself to go into art and go into creating without such a structured plan. And that's been the core of everything I've been trying to do here on this channel, is to break down the walls, the mental walls that I've put up for myself, subconsciously even, and allow myself to just create freely and let the art take me where it wants to take me. This is a painting I did recently where I took a very unconventional approach, and I thought it was a fun experiment. I actually peeled the caps off of a brand new like Himi gouache set, and if you don't know, they come in these little jelly cups, kind of like barbecue sauce. And when I peeled the caps off, I realized there was a lot of paint, like leftover excess paint on the insides of them. So I literally stuck all the caps to the page and just let the color fall wherever it falls before taking my brush to it and just sort of looking for shapes. And I was so happy with the end result. I was so happy with how this turned out, and it energized me, you know? It made me excited. I just wanted to paint more and see what else I could create now that I've broken out of this mental prison, these thick black lines that I've drawn myself into. Because that's the thing I realized about a lot of my art. Just about everything I draw is outline first, color later. And what I've loved so much about painting more is that I'm putting the color out there first, and I'm just letting the color take me where I need to go and figuring out everything else later. It's incredibly freeing, and I just love it. I've been painting so much more lately, and each painting I feel like I love more than the last. For example, this one here. I really love this one I did. This is a face, and I don't do a lot of faces, but something about it just sort of came out of me onto the page. And as strange as it may sound, I mostly painted this with my hands. good old finger painting. And just because I felt like it was the best way that I could really, I guess, feel the face. And there's no wrong way to create art. And that was the way that just felt right. I was literally covered in paint though, and I still have some under my nails, but I'd say it's worth it. And the cool thing about the fact that I filmed this whole process as well is even while I'm making this video and I'm looking back on the footage of myself painting it, and I'm seeing all the different versions and all the different potential outcomes of what this piece could have been. And when you really get up close and look at it too, you can see the layers, you can see the depth to it, and you can see the process in the work. You can see how much time I spent on it, sort of changing my mind. And I realized that's okay. It's okay to change your mind, and it's okay to let your art evolve, and also to evolve with your art. I'm just trying to create art that I feel like my younger self would be proud of, and I wanted to share that with you today. So this is what came, I guess I'm creating this video the same way I'm creating these paintings. I'm just sort of letting it come out of me. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I hope you connected with my art, or that you connected with this video in some way. Ultimately, that is the goal of this channel, is to just share my art and sort of hopefully let some of my thoughts come out along with it. I feel like I'm rambling now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is CJ. I'm just an artist from the Austin, Texas area who enjoys all types of art. And on this channel, I'm learning a lot of new things, and I'm doing a lot of things for the first time. And if you're into that, then you can like and you can subscribe and you can follow along. And until next time, have a great day. Thanks.